isolation demo for Harvester. Harvester is a hyperconverged platform that obviously combines hypervisor virtualization for KVM as well as for Kubernetes, and also incorporates storage. It does leverage the Multus CNI, with the Bridge plugin. So everything it does on the networking side is essentially layer 2, which is really handy for our use case. However, I've discovered a bug in the port isolation capability. I've submitted a patch for this, so if you need to demonstrate this or test this, let me know. I can tell you the changes. The first thing we do is we jump into the networking section and create a new virtual machine network. I'm presuming you've gone through all the default setup of Harvester already. I'm going to put onto, I'm going to call it VLAN 10, isolated. I'm going to put it onto the workload cluster. Now we have to edit the YAML and change, I'll just change this here to port isolation is true. Create that network, so that's now defined that inside there. So you'll notice that I had to configure the YAML. There is no other way to actually configure this directly inside the GUI. So then we jump into the virtual machines. I'm going to create 2 VMs and attach them to that network. I call this one here, get one. And what I have to do is actually just give it the disk image, which I've already installed. Attach it to that network I've just made, and that's it. And we're going to create another one. Attach it to this. And I'm going to attach it to that network. Okay, that's it. Oop, give it a name. Okay, so that will automatically start up. Let's jump onto the console of the first one. Okay, boot that up. Get the second one going. I'm still starting. Okay, the first one should be getting there. Here we go. Just using very minimal Linux install. So it tells me the IP address here, 10.244. This one's still coming up. The default gateway is 10.1, where I'm running IP local proxy up. Okay, I can ping the gateway. Let's see if the other guy has got 10.4.3. Okay. Okay, I can also ping that. So 2.4.3 and 2.4.4. So there's the other one. Okay, so the first ARP response was a bit slow. And subsequently sped up. So the ARP table entries for 10.243 and 10.1 should be the same. Okay, they are. So this is the MAC address of the upstream router running IP local proxy ARP. So we can demonstrate that we can do isolation using Rancher with the patch I've made. I've submitted a patch back into the Multus CNI Bridge plugin code. So hopefully that gets incorporated. It's actually a very simple change to make that work. We should be able to log into the Rancher box as well, Harvester, and have a look. So the way that you can tell that a port is isolated, oh, that's the wrong password, isn't it? The way you can tell a port is isolated is by actually looking at the following files. So let's have a look at, what's the commands? Forgot what it was now. Okay, so this one should actually give us the Okay, we'll have a look at our interfaces. So the interfaces we'll be using will be this one and this one. This is the bridge we're attached to. Okay, so let's have a look. We should be able to see virtual net interfaces in here. So we have these two Ether interfaces, 3.8, and we look at the port isolation status. It should be a 1. Okay, it is. If it was 0, that means it's not isolated. So the other one is 368. Okay, they're both set to 1. Okay, I've also made this a Python file to actually show this for us as well. So we can do, I'm going to put this on GitHub as well. Workload VR status. Ooh. BO status. There's two interfaces that get created. Maybe it's underscore. Oh, let's have a look at our history here. I've done this before. Workloads. Oh, God. Oh, hold on. PR. Okay, cool. Okay, so this basically goes through and looks at the interfaces and returns isolated true or not. You can change this as well using the script, so I need to get that script up onto GitHub. So it's actually pretty difficult to see if an interface is isolated. The only really easy way to do it is to jump into and have a look directly at this file. If this is set to 1 or 0, you can actually set this directly yourself as well if you want to. So that's it. We have isolation working with Harvester, which means we can actually tie this back into Kubernetes, as well as KVM VMs using this platform and this approach, and really looking forward to getting that patch accepted as well. Thanks.